is the song of the soul, then let ours sing a chorus of bingo. At the United Church of Christ, members and non-members alike are welcome to partake in our Spring Bingo fundraiser. Prizes will be awarded for each of the 25 games, and all proceeds will go to provide Bibles and supplies for our children's Sunday school. We promise you'll enjoy the sense of faith, fellowship, and fun. This Saturday at 8 o'clock, refreshments will be provided under the auspices of the Ladies Sewing Guild.
I'm sorry to hear that, Mrs. McGill. May I ask why you're canceling your reservation? Upscale? Well, you know, many of our guests find our quaint rooms to be a welcome respite from city life. But what if I offered a small discount to entice you to come? Yes, of course. Well, thank you for calling. Goodbye. Miriam, hold off cleaning room 4.
Morning, kid. Is there any coffee?
On the stove. Harlean?
What's wrong?
Here. Read this.
A year into Reno's new divorce laws has created a bona fide industry for unhappy spouses. Along with residences to fit any style and budget, the alluring divorce ranches are doing all they can to make the bitter pill of divorce a little easier to swallow. This reporter's stay at Wilma Tülinen's Wayward Breeze ranch offered breathtaking mountain views and horse riding, but not much else. Has your mom seen this?
Not yet.
It's easy to see why the nearby Lazy Me Ranch is giving the Wayward Breeze a run for its money. Of course, not everyone can afford Vanderbilt's luxurious oasis. But if you're looking for a no-frills, unrefined locale and need to pinch your pennies, Mrs. Tülinen's ranch will do the trick.
Didn't you hear me calling for you?
No. Sorry, Mom.
Morning, Wilma.
What's going on? Why the long faces?
You should see this.
What? A year into Reno's new divorce laws? Well, is there anything about us? Tülinen's Wayward Breeze Ranch. To pinch your pennies, Mrs. Tülinen's ranch will do the trick. But one wonders if it is a dying breed that will survive in the shadow of bigger places that make divorce feel like a pampering vacation. And while gigolo cowboys do exist, you won't find them at the Wayward Breeze. There is one strapping young man, but it seems he's quite selective about his paramours. You've been warned, ladies. Who the hell wrote this?
The byline says Sarah Lundgren. That woman who only stayed here for a few days?
I should give you two some privacy to discuss
No,
this.
it's a little late for that, seeing as how it's in the damn New York Evening Journal.
Well, this isn't so bad. You know how these articles exaggerate.
She had no right to publish this. I've had 3 cancellations this week. Now I know why.
I can't believe she would do this. Maybe it's a different Sarah Lundgren.
Don't be naive, Miriam.
But she was so nice to me.
Of course she was. Buttering you up to get information for her article. What did you tell her?
Nothing. I just told her how hard it's been around here since Dad died.
Well, isn't that perfect? Not only does she think I can't run a proper business, she knows all about our private lives.
How was I supposed to know she was a reporter? You didn't.
She had us all fooled, Wilma.
You shouldn't be talking to anyone about your father's death. What have I told you about keeping things professional around here? Did you tell her about Lonny, too?
I don't know what you're talking about. Or why she mentioned him.
Wilma, it'll blow over. It's just one article.
A review like this? New York women are almost half of my business. If that is another cancellation, I'm calling that paper and demanding a retraction.
Good afternoon. Mr. Rosenberg, my name is Violet Miller, and I'd like to retain your legal services.
No, I'm not taking any new clients right now. Come back in a few weeks.
I can't wait that long.
Nothing I can do about it. Only so many hours in a day.
Please, Mr. Rosenberg, I need your help, and I heard you're the best.
Begging doesn't work on me. $150 does.
You charge that much and you can't even afford a secretary?
Cute. She's at the beauty parlor, if you must know.
Does that price tag come with a guarantee that you can win my case?
Now see, an ethical lawyer guarantees effort, not results.
I was using Douglas Carter, but then my divorce turned complicated.
I'd sooner go to Mexico for a divorce than use that lazy son of a bitch. Will you define complicated?
When my husband lost his job, I worked to support us. Somehow, it slipped his mind to tell me that a relative died and left him a house. But Mr. Carter says I don't have any legal claim to that property.
You don't.
I shouldn't be penalized for his dishonesty.
He didn't lie. He withheld information.
Is that how you see it? Maybe you can use those interpretation skills to find a loophole for me.
This isn't about semantics. From a legal standpoint, it doesn't matter whether or not he told you about the inheritance.
Maybe it doesn't, but he chose not to provide for me. And he could have by selling that property. As far as I'm concerned, this is no different than if George had ran off and financially deserted me. The result is the same.
You sure you need a lawyer? You seem to have an argument already figured out.
Mr. Rosenberg, I just can't let this go. What he put me through, that has to be worth something.
I do sympathize with you, Mrs. Miller. And I'll admit, your case would be a nice change from the rubber-stamped divorces I usually get.
Thank goodness. So you'll take my case?
What's the hurry?
I want this over with. The sooner I'm divorced with the money I'm entitled to, the sooner I can begin my new life.
I can start as soon as you pay the retainer fee.
Thank you.
But this may take a bit longer than 6 weeks, so I need you to cool your heels.
Of course, I'll get you the money as soon as I can. And thank you. Thank you.
Lonny, Mom said supper's ready.
Tell her to leave a plate for me.
Don't make me have dinner alone with her again. She's still sore about that article.
Why do you think I'm avoiding her?
What did that reporter mean? When she called you selective?
How should I know? You're the one who got all chummy with her.
So you think the article is my fault too?
It's not your fault if someone deceives you. That's on them. Just don't make the same mistake twice. Here, fold these blankets and put them on the shelf.
I only talk to her about Dad because we never do. Why is that?
Because I don't have time to wallow.
You sound like Mom. I was thinking, maybe we should throw a party like Dad used to.
Miriam, no one feels like celebrating right now.
Dad never needed a reason to celebrate. And I don't mean just one party. A lot of parties. I was thinking that it might help business, and then I could write to Mrs. Lundgren, and she could come back and see for herself and change her story. Do you think Mom would mind?
Yes. And as usual, your memory is full of holes. You're forgetting how those parties ended between us. And I don't need to be reminded of all the fighting he and I did.
He loved you the same as me.
That's easy to believe when you're his favorite. Do you know what he said to me at the hospital when I asked him how we were going to make it after he's gone? He said, toughen up. He said I better keep it together for you and Mom, or else the whole family will fall apart. I was planning to take on the business someday, as in down the road. To be thrown into it now was not the plan.
At least you got to see him one more time before he died.
He didn't want you there.
That's not true. He would never say that.
He didn't want you to see him like that. None of us did. You couldn't have handled it, Miriam.
You don't know that. You had no right to make that decision for me.
He was pale and thin, hollowed eyes, gasping for breath every 5 minutes. He could hardly speak from all of the coughing. That man who built our ranch with his own 2 hands was so weak he could barely raise his head. Trust me, you were spared a horrible memory.
All the more reason to remember the better times, when he was healthy and happy.
Do what you want, but you can count me out.
Don't you feel anything, Lonny, about him being gone? I never see you cry. Do you think about the fact that we're never going to hear his voice or laughter ever again? He won't be here when you get married. Your kids will never know him for the rest of our lives. Every important moment will be a little bit empty because of his death.
I know that, damn it. Miriam, would you just stop making things harder? Just what good is talking about something that can't be changed? And the way you won't just let it go, it's just... I don't understand it. Living in the past is no different than living in a fantasy world.
I'm sorry. I thought you'd understand since we're going through the same thing.
I'm sorry I yelled. Okay? Just go inside. I'll be there in a minute.
Thank you for visiting Thompson's Emporium. Come back soon.
Violet, did you take inventory this morning?
Yes, ma'am. The geometric patterns are selling well, as I anticipated, so I suggest we order more of those fabrics in a variety of colors. Also some gingham prints and, of course, white cotton. And we're low on pink ribbon, Vita-Ray cream, and black licorice.
Thank you, Violet. You know, some of my regular customers have told me how much they love your wonderful disposition.
Nice of them to say so. It's easy to do your job when you love it. In fact, I would be happy to work more hours if you need me.
I think the current schedule is working just fine.
It's really no trouble. To be honest, I could use the money, so if you ever change your mind, just let me know.
Your husband doesn't earn a good salary?
No.
What does he do again?
He's actually not working right now. He was let go from his job a few weeks ago.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Why didn't you tell me when I interviewed you?
I wanted to get the job based on merit, not pity.
I know many people in Reno. Shall I ask around for him?
That's so kind of you, Mrs. Thompson, but I'm sure he'll find something soon.
Tell your husband there's no shame in asking for help.
You're right. For now, what would help is my earning some extra income.
Let's focus on getting your husband a job rather than adding to your plate.
I don't...
Why don't you and George come to our church this Sunday? I'm sure someone there will be able to help find him work.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
I insist. Plus, it would be good for George and Jacob to meet. Trust me, Violet, you don't want to keep putting this off. Prayers need a little push every now and then.
Sarah, my office.
Hey, hold your horses, Mitch. You still there, Eddie? You sure you can get me an interview with your guy? Ah, thanks, Eddie. I owe you one. Yes, boss.
We are getting lots of letters about your story on Reno.
Don't you mean my review? That was hardly a news story.
I'm moving you to something bigger. You heard about that scuffle at the emergency relief headquarters?
No?
Single women flooded the office with picket signs and refused to leave. They claim married women are taking jobs away from them.
So? Half the country's out of work. What's the angle?
A group of married women showed up to counter-protest.
Pitting women against each other is not news, Mitch. And if wives are picking up the slack for their unemployed husbands, then I don't see the problem.
Well, it's the pin money argument that wives don't really need the money. They just spend it on frivolous items. To your point, who knows if it's the truth? Maybe these women are the new breadwinners, but I need you to talk to some of the bigwigs in Albany.
Oh, Jesus, don't send me on a trip for biscuits. Politicians aren't going to tell me the truth.
They're trying to pass laws to keep married women from working. You want the government forcing you to choose between your career and a husband?
Is that supposed to scare me?
Yes. This could have a big effect on the election.
Don't forget our deal. If Hoover wins, I get a European assignment until he's gone.
I know. I promise. In the meantime, I want you to go interview this Frances Perkins woman. She's the New York State Commissioner of Labor, and she's close friends with Governor Roosevelt.
Yeah, I've heard the name.
She's on record saying that married women are selfish and, get this, unfairly using their charm and education to edge single gals out of the workforce.
Is she serious?
She's also pushing married women to focus on motherhood.
Fine. I'll go. If nothing else, I can remind her of the Equal Rights Amendment bill in Congress.
Great. There's a ticket waiting for you at Grand Central.
I'll call you when I get there. Wait, isn't Frances Perkins married? Hypocrisy never takes a day off in government.
And 22 cents is your change. I'm so glad you like the fabric, and the new hat looks darling on you.
Oh, thank you. I'm celebrating my independence with a new outfit.
Congratulations. When is your court date?
Next Monday.
And what are you going to do after that?
Whenever I want to. That's the best part.
Well, best of luck, and have a wonderful day.
Thank you for taking care of her. I find dealing with that type of woman very difficult.
What do you mean? She was lovely.
I accept that we have to cater to divorcees, but I don't have to accept their choices. They're partly to blame for this city's current reputation. When people speak of Reno, they laugh at the way we welcome sinners and gamblers with open arms. It has forced us to make a deal with the devil just to survive.
You don't approve of divorce?
No self-respecting Christian would approve of it.
I have sympathy for these women. Marriage can be difficult.
That doesn't mean you abandon your spouse. Jacob and I have been married for 28 years. We had difficult times and we worked through them. Reno has made divorce too easy. How many marriages could be saved if the Nevada government stayed out of our personal lives?
I don't know. Some people believe states that hinder divorce are the real problem.
Nonsense. It's no accident that the country is at 6s and 7s right now. It's God's punishment for America's decadence and debauchery these past few years.
Surely there are some circumstances where divorce is for the best. If a woman was being cheated on, for example.
Adultery is a sin that many men commit, sadly. But it's also a chance to practice forgiveness.
What if a husband is physically cruel? You're not suggesting a woman stays in that situation.
I might make an exception in that case, but one call to the authorities and a few nights in jail can work miracles. Shame is powerful medicine.
Mrs. Thompson, you should know that I am that type of woman. The kind you find difficult, as you put it.
You're divorced?
You presumed I was married, and I am at the moment. But yes, I came to Reno for a divorce. I'm so sorry, Mrs. Thompson. I was desperate for a job, and I wanted you to get to know me and like me before I told you so that you could see there are many good, virtuous women who find themselves in this situation. None of us planned to be here.
This is exactly what I mean by the sin of pride. It entices people to subterfuge and to reject God's plan for them.
It's not that black and white.
Oh, but it is. You're too proud to keep the most important marriage vow, till death do you part.
With all due respect, I am not the one who broke our vows. My husband deceived me.
Then you sound like a perfect match. I'm sorry. That was uncalled for. However, I don't think this arrangement is going to work out. I'll pay you for the entire day, but you can leave now.
I've been a model employee. You said as much the other day. I need this job, Mrs. Thompson. You're not even going to consider letting me stay on? I think it would be more considerate to pray for you.
I can't pay my bills with prayer. Believe me, I've tried.
No, dear. I pray that you will find your way back to your husband. You must feel so lost right now to lie to me about your circumstances. I forgive you for that, of course. And the fact that you lied proves you have doubts about what you're doing. In time, you'll see that I did you a tremendous favor. The hours you spent working here can now be used towards saving your marriage. It's not too late. God brought you two together, and only He can separate you. It's not your place to question it.
My mother also prays for me. What you two are prescribing isn't helping me. Thank you for the opportunity, Mrs. Thompson.
Well, thank you for calling. Yes. Yes, I see. Well, the farmland is in my name, but I gave it to my sister as a wedding present. I haven't transferred the deed yet. Well, the drought's not her fault. That's an act of God. Well, what does the Oklahoma Bank have to say?
Hello?
Will you hold the wire? I'm not taking any more new clients, miss. I'm sorry.
Not even if it's me?
Harlean, Beaumont, McGregor, Samuels.
I've added a Dugray to that list.
What brings you to Reno?
Losing the Dugray. This is, getting to be old hat, isn't it?
Not exactly. This time you just ran off. That's abandonment.
Why stay there if my mind's made up?
And you signed a prenuptial agreement?
His parents insisted. His mother didn't think I was good enough for him. Apparently, I didn't have the right breeding for her tastes. Philip is from old money. Not that I ever saw a dime of it, not even a shopping allowance.
Is that why you married him? For the money?
No, Tom. He was bold and romantic, at least in the beginning. I put up with plenty. His condescending parents, his snooty friends, bad temper. When I asked him to see a doctor about his condition, he got so angry. I'd never seen that side of him before. That was the final straw.
What condition?
That's embarrassing. He had difficulty in the bedroom.
Oh, poor fellow.
Where's my sympathy? I have needs too.
He's not one of these eccentric types, is he? You know, one of those men that hangs out at the piers?
No, trust me, it's not that. My uncle taught me how to spot the pretty boys, as he liked to call them. Of course, that was so I could help him get dates.
Was the marriage ever consummated?
We got close a few times, but no. The desire is there. It just doesn't follow through.
All right, well, if the marriage wasn't consummated, you can file for an annulment instead of a divorce. But you would need proof.
Well, how do you prove something like that?
An examination with a diagnosis signed by a doctor. But if he's opposed to medical intervention, he needs to agree to an annulment due to impotence, in person, in Reno. Now, he could also contest that reason.
I was hoping I could do this without him here, like the others.
Harlean, look, there's one more thing. If you choose annulment, that means the marriage never existed. So no marriage, no alimony.
Nothing?
Divorce it is, then. Yeah. Tell me, how old money are we talking?
Well, his grandfather went to the same boarding school as J.P. Morgan. The family has summered with the Carnegies for years, and Philip has been invited to the opening of Rockefeller Center.
Got it. Okay, the DeGrays know all the right people. Well, this won't be easy, Harlean. But you know I'll do my best for you.
I made a huge mistake again. Maybe one day I'll get this right.
Harlean, look at me. I'm always here for you. Now you get me a copy of the agreement and tell me everything that happened from the courtship until now. You look beautiful, by the way. As always.
You look tired. Is business that good, or is it more trouble with your siblings?
A little of both, but that's what you do for family.
Depends on the family, I say.
I don't mind going the distance for people I love.
I just want to make sure they don't take you for granted. That they appreciate you as much as I do. So, I'm here for you too, you know.
Hello, Mrs. Miller. Early day at the Emporium?
In a manner of speaking, I was let go.
What? I thought things were going so well.
Mrs. Thompson has a problem with divorcees, not taking their money, just working with them.
What a pill. I'm sorry.
I feel like I can't win. My husband, Mrs. Thompson, everyone in Reno. People need to make up their minds whether I'm allowed to work or not. I don't know what I expected. I was raised by a woman like Mrs. Thompson. Somehow, I thought that would help me.
I take it your mother doesn't approve of your decision to be here.
It feels so lonely not to have her support. It's one of the reasons I came to Reno. I didn't want to be around her during the process. And the courts in Colorado make you wait a long time to get a divorce. They have so many restrictions and rules. I came here to expedite things, but now I feel like the changes are coming too fast.
I know it's hard, but try not to take their judgments personally. Most people just don't know how to put themselves in other folks' shoes.
Being Christian is supposed to make you more understanding of others, you know? Or maybe you don't. I'm sorry. I don't mean any disrespect. I just never hear you talk about your faith.
You know, that's because I'm a little bit mad at God right now. And I'm not looking for a sermon.
I wasn't going to preach to you. I think you have every right to be angry given what you've been through. For what it's worth, I admire your strength. What's this? Wilma, are you in a newspaper article? How exciting.
Do you remember that woman, Sarah Lundgren, who was here recently?
Yes. I barely got a chance to know her before she left.
Turns out she was a reporter. Oh. She did not enjoy her stay here and decided to tell the whole world about it.
Well, that's terrible. Wilma, I'd be happy to write a letter to the editor in your defense.
No, thank you, dear. That's sweet of you. Really, but I was very angry at first, but now I think I'm upset because she's not entirely wrong. I know what you mean about things moving too fast. I feel like the city doubled in size overnight. Every time I go downtown, I see more of everything. More lawyers, more casinos, more boarding houses. I've known for a while that I need to make this place stand out, but seeing it through someone else's eyes, all laid out in print like that, it really hit home.
But you're not taking it personally, right?
I'm trying not to. It made me realize that sometimes we stay stuck because there's comfort in it. When things are changing so fast, standing still is the only control you have.
Do you remember at some point you told me that I need to focus on why I'm here? You said I need to keep my eyes facing forward.
Yes? Why?
You give very sound advice, Wilma. It doesn't just apply to your guests.
Where are you going?
To get another job. I don't want you to worry. I'll get the money I need to pay you, whatever it takes.
Well, don't do anything rash on my account.
I won't. I know you don't like to get too involved with your guests. I hope I didn't cross the line.
You didn't. It was a good talk.
Evening, miss. Welcome to the Silver Star Casino. You need some poker chips?
I'd like to speak to whomever is in charge of hiring waitresses, please.
Charlie Kovacs, he's the owner. Follow me.
Any advice for making a good impression on him?
You're pretty, so just let that do most of the talking.
Barbara. Oh, there you are. I was thinking about you all day.
Actually, tonight's not gonna work. I'm pretty beat.
Oh, all right. How about if you just lie back and let me take care of you? You know I like to be on top.
I don't think that's a good idea. It's just too risky.
You don't have a Trojan? That's fine. We can do other things.
I mean it, Mrs. Donnelley.
Oh, Mrs. Donnelley. Well, yes, sir, Mr. Tülinen.
Stop it!
Hey, what's gotten into you?
I don't want to sleep with you tonight. In fact, I think it's time we ended this.
What's changed?
It's like Mom said. You're old enough to know better.
I'm also old enough to not say something so cruel.
Well, that's funny coming from you.
I'm waiting for my apology. And speaking of age, you're acting like a petulant little boy.
I don't know what that means.
It means you're sulking about something and you won't be a man and tell me what it is.
I don't know why you're so upset. You said you were just looking for fun.
I never said that.
You may as well have. Telling me you don't care if I sleep with other women?
Are you?
Don't tell me you're jealous. I'm sure I'm not your only lover.
Of course you are.
Well, you're coming up on 6 weeks, and you're not sticking around in Reno, so...
Fine. Nice knowing you.
How could you do that to him?
What?
You cheated. On your husband?
Where did you hear that?
Mrs. Schaefer. She said you didn't even feel badly about it.
Lonny, let me explain.
You told me he was the problem. But it's you. You're an adulterer.
I'm not denying that, but you don't understand how complicated marriage can be.
How complicated is it to stay faithful to your husband and then you lie about it to me?
Because it's none of your goddamn business. I didn't claim adultery as my reason for divorce because Stuart said the betrayal was humiliating enough, and I wanted to make things easier for him. And I didn't lie to you about the problems in my marriage. They were real.
I had feelings for you, and you've ruined that. I wish I never found out about this. At least, if you left and I didn't know about it, then I could think of you as some wonderful, perfect woman who understood me, but you're awful. You're a whore.
Grow up! What the hell do you know about marriage? About life? About anything beyond this ranch? Marriage is one of the hardest, most intense things in the world. It is unlike any other relationship. You never think it's going to be as much work as it really is, and no one ever talks about that. About the expectations and the negotiating and the sacrifice and the fact that if your spouse won't meet you halfway, it doesn't matter how much you work at it. Don't be stupid, Lonny. People have these romantic notions that if the union is written in the stars, it will take care of everything, that it will be easier and come more naturally, and that's just not true. People are complicated, they have flaws and blind spots that affect everything they do, and it is so hard, Lonny. You don't understand.
I understand being faithful to someone I love.
You know what? I already had this argument with my husband. I'm not having it with you two.
One day, Lonny, when you get married, remember that it's a choice you make every day. You have to say, I do, every day. Not just at the altar.
Thank you for tuning in to the latest episode of Going Reno. You know, even though most Renoites were grateful to earn revenue from the divorce industry, there was still pushback from some of the more religious, conservative citizens.
And the sad part is there's definitely still a stigma about divorce from some people with an attitude that divorce equals failure.
That's terrible.
You know, I mean, I think it's hard. It's
as if you're not going through enough when you're going through a divorce.
The belief is hard, right?
Yeah.
If a marriage can end.
Yeah. But also, it should be looked at as a healthy, yes, it's sad, but it's also healthy if it needs to happen. And, I get feeling that way, but you don't need other people to make you feel that way. Like, you're already going through enough.
I know. The nuances of relationships. Tough. So we only have 2 episodes left in season 1.
No!
Don't miss episode 8, where we take you to the exciting world of the Silver Star Casino and meet the owner, Charlie Kovacs, and cigarette girl, Lucy Juarez. Be sure to follow our Instagram at Going Reno Series or visit goingrenoseries.com for updates on the podcast. And if you want more, there's still time. Become a subscriber at goingrenoseries.supercast.com to get exclusive bonus material. It takes a deeper dive into the history and all the topics we explore in the series.
Going Reno was written by Elizabeth Quinn and directed by Laura Knight. Executive producers are Bonnie Hunt, Joelle Carter, Laura Knight, and Elizabeth Quinn. Sound engineer and dialogue editor, Pavel Franson. Sound design and mix by Andrew Pomeroy and Chris Stangroom. Additional recording by Tony Salter of T-Bone Tunes. Foley by Sunday Price. Casting by Susan Deming Casting. Production legal by Joanne Hoffman. Production assistants, Roxy Griffiths, Imara La Unica Jones, and Caitlin Cornell Crusoe.